Education Outreach Coordinator here at Brown Dog Gadgets. Behind the camera, I've got Pete. Today we are jumping into Chapter 31 of MicroBit University. We are using the 7-segment display, which Josh went over last week, with a push button. But before we do that, if you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also, if you go to browndoggadgets.com, you can join our mailing list there. I don't send out a lot of emails, so you should do that because they're great emails. I work hard on them.
Wonderful.
Yeah. And if you have any questions while we're streaming, feel free to chat with us. Otherwise, you can always email us at help@browndoggadgets.com. It's always when I feel like I'm floating and it's like, is this real? Is it Pete?
I always forget to perfectly center things.
That's all right.
It's fine.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
I'll let it
Nothing in life is perfect. All right, let's switch to the overhead cam.
Okay. Oh, hey, look at
All right, so we jumped into the use of our 7-segment display last week. So we're connecting it to our bit board using our Crazy Circuits ribbon cables. Remember, they're really handy because they've got the, dark.
Yeah.
I'm going to put this back on, don't worry.
Okay, yeah. I figured.
Were you worried?
No.
Okay,
I
great.
don't worry. Ever.
Just a reminder that those Crazy Circuits ribbon cables are color-coded to match the bit board. They are labeled just to really help you. Hi, Mike. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then, side note, this is just going on top of my 7-segment display so you can read the numbers a little bit better.
It's just a little piece of filter.
Yeah. So we've got the 7-segment display that I believe is connected to pin 1 and signal 2 is in pin 0, or do I have that backwards?
When we look at the code,
we'll find out.
It's going to tell us.
Great. And then we have a push button connected with 1/8" maker tape to ground and pin 5. And like I've learned, pin 5 is also button A on the MicroBit. Yeah. So we could get the same results by pushing button A on the MicroBit. All right, so I'm going to put this filter over my 7-segment display just to help make sure we can see it.
Good idea.
Perfect.
Don't be cutting wires, Mike. It's a terrible idea.
I don't plan to. He might.
Right.
All right, so guide A of chapter 31 is 7-segment display with our push button, and it's called Count Fast. Now, I find this one interesting, Pete.
Okay, good.
Because I like the...
Hold on, I'll fix that. I'll fix it.
I know you will.
Somehow. Keep talking.
I like this chapter a lot because it really dives into the misconceptions and how, like, my brain would work thinking that, like, this first guide would be exactly what I want.
Exactly.
So I would want it to be where I push the button and it increases the number.
Right.
So when I push the button...
It does.
It does increase the number.
It certainly does.
But it's really hard to just get it to go just 1.
Yeah, if you go like, that's the challenge, right?
It goes.
Go real fast, like, go. Just push down and release. And you might get it on.
No.
It's hard.
It's like a game. The smallest I've been able to get is 2.
Oh. Okay.
No. Nope.
Okay.
So my brain, when coming to that first set of code that we'll look at, would be like, you push it, it goes up 1. And it does.
It does. And
but there's a little bit more to that, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah. Look at this. We're 31.
So many chapters.
31. There we go. Okay. And as you had mentioned, well, we'll get into the code here. Edit. Okay. And again, we're using this TM1637 extension. Clock 0, DO, pin 1. And look at this. Your human brain, your tiny human brain, looks at this and says, if this is true, do this.
Right.
And then do this, clear it, and
show
then
it.
show it.
Yeah.
The problem is you've stopped thinking at this point. Where
right. I paused.
So you got to keep doing it forever as fast as you can And you can imagine that if that pin is 0, which means you've pressed down on the button, while you're pressing it, it keeps running and running and running, going faster and faster, and it's like doing exactly what you told it to do. That's the joke of like programming, is like it's supposed to be telling a computer what to do. It's more like asking a computer what to do, and a computer doesn't understand you, so it's like, hey, I did exactly what you asked.
It's true.
All right, Mike has something to tell us here. Seems like you need a reset button on resetting the MicroBit. I mean, sure, Mike, we can get into reset, obviously. You could certainly add another, we could add button B or pin 11 to reset. We're not going to worry about that right now, Mike. We all know how to do a reset, you know. So, anyway, yeah, as we were saying, what it's going to do then is just keep running around as fast as it can, which is what we saw.
This, and your analogy there reminded me of in the classroom when you're teaching kids how to write a step-by-step like writing piece.
Yep.
Right? And the big example is like, how do I make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich?
Right.
And you have a kid start to tell you, and you do exactly what they say, verbatim.
Yeah.
And they're always like, no, well, you didn't tell me that.
Right.
So this is like an example that's very similar to that, which I think is interesting.
Or they forget, like, tell you to open the jar and you're sitting hitting the knife and whatever. Like,
or you like, what am I spreading it on? I'm spreading it on my hand because you didn't tell me to get any bread out.
Spread it on the counter.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, Mike's just trying to help us sell more buttons.
Thanks,
Mike. We appreciate that. That's very helpful.
Yeah, so I definitely saw the connection there. I thought it was pretty cool.
If you remember, we had pretty much this exact code when we were showing the numbers on the MicroBit, but they didn't fly by that fast because there's that sort of built-in, I think 20 milliseconds maybe, or whatever Mike told us, delay when it shows a number. So even if you held it down, it wouldn't go flying by. But, and I think I even said when we get to the 7 segment, you'll see. So just hold that button down and see how fast it can go. So yeah,
it's like a gas station.
That's how fast
That's how fast the money racks up.
That's how fast it's looping through the code. And you know what? Funny story. I bought gas like a week or so ago, and the pump took forever.
Oh,
and I thought it was, and it was cold out. I thought it was my car, and I heard a guy outside on the phone, and he's like, "This is the slowest gas pump I've ever seen." And I'm like, "That's not just me." And I'm like, "Oh, weird."
Don't go to that gas station.
I was there like 10 minutes, and I don't even think I got 10 gallons. It was terrible.
Wow.
Whatever.
Well, don't go back there.
Ooh, what happens if it overflows? Do you want to hold it to 9,999?
No. Not really.
Right. I can't remember. I was gonna try that, but that's an exercise best left to the reader. And if you want to,
we're still not even at 2,000, Mike.
You could set this number count at the start. You could set it to 999. And then run the code. And you'd find out very quickly. I
mean, I have a strong feeling there would be some classrooms where they'd sit there and find out. It's fine.
Exactly.
I mean, we're already at 2,000. It wouldn't take them that long.
Yeah. It might not go past. Or it might get an error, display something weird,
Yeah.
I feel like we should just move on and let people explore.
All right.
Let Mike explore it on its own.
Ooh, we dropped the 2.
That'll happen.
All right, so guide B is what my brain thought would happen, kind of,
Okay.
Which is count, pause. So when I press the button,
and if it's a cat, hopefully there's 4. So
it goes up. I wasn't listening.
If it's a cat, there should be 4. You count the pause. Come on.
I think you need the wah on that one. Right. So it's going up every time I press it, but if I press it too fast, it does not.
So you can only press it, once every 500 milliseconds. So if you're really quick, you might be able to press it twice and only get it to go up once. If you can do it in less than half a second. Yeah, right. if you time it right. I know some guys who built this like voting device with all these buttons on it, and they found out people would like get a chance to press and they'd go press, 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 press. So they said, yeah, we just made a 1 second delay. So if someone came up and keep hitting, they'd only get 1 vote. So
there you go.
they're like, that was the easy way to do it.
Yep.
So, let's see. I think that's either cats or he's sad we didn't go to 9999.
That could be too.
Or both.
It's a combination.
Both of those. Yeah, so this time what we did, and we'll call this the poor man's debounce, is after this becomes true and it changed that number, we slow down that super speed thing.
Right.
And we wait half a second, 500 milliseconds, which, as you can see, that can cause problems too. So it's going to slow it down, but it also makes it so you can't press it twice real fast. And if you hold it down, it keeps counting. So I feel like we need a way to fix that.
I feel like you have a way to fix that.
We have another way, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look at another way.
So guide C
Count press.
is count press.
Which is my favorite vampire.
Okay. I think I need controls of the sound buttons today.
You have to make that sound when you see vampires. Okay, so let's look at our start here and see what we've added. So this, you're just going for it, right?
Yeah.
So not a whole lot more code, but a little bit. So we've got a variable called button value. We're going to set it to that pin.
Right.
And the state of that pin is either going to be 1 or 0. So it's 1 if it's normally, because we pulled it up to 1.
Right.
If you press it and you short it to ground, it goes to 0. We're going to set our number count to 0, and we're just going to clear right away and show a number. So right away,
which was probably good because I already had a number on there.
Right. So when you turn it on, it should start up and it should just show it to 0. Kind of a reset. So over here we've got 2 more things. That's right. We broke out our count up into this little function over here. Just again, functions are nice to kind of grab a big chunk of code that you may use more than once or more than one place and put it over here. And again, all we're doing there is changing the count, clearing it, and then showing it. So, but let's focus on this forever over here. So the first thing we do is, just like over here, we're going to get the value of that pin, right? So it's going to keep looping around. If this is not true, it's just going to keep reading that value from that pin. So it's 1, it's 1, it's 1, it's always 1 until you press it, and then then it's 0. So we're going to do our thing. And we are going to do our little count up. So it's going to, on the first time around, it's going to go from 0 to 1. Then we've got this while loop inside of our if. So we know that this is 0 because this is true, this is happening, it's done our count up. And it says while that is 0, we're going to do this. We're going to set that value to the pin. So we're going to read the pin again. So basically, you're pressing that button down, it's 0, it just keeps looping around here and here and here over and over and over and over until this is not 0.
Right.
When would it not be 0?
When you release.
When you release it, and then it's 1 again. And then it breaks out of this while loop, breaks out of our if statement, and comes back around and reads it again. So that way, when you press it down, it basically gets stuck, and it won't keep going and showing a new number until you release it, and it can do it again.
And press it again, though, not when you release it.
Sorry, until you release it and press it again.
Right.
So this, and the one thing about this code is, I know we've talked about this before, but on the MicroBit, you can always add another forever, right? And they'll run concurrently. Like it'll do a time slice thing, right? It'll run this one, it'll run this one, it'll keep moving back and forth between them really quickly, adding.
But as we saw how quick it can move by just the numbers changing.
So with other, like I said, with other microcontrollers, Arduino or whatever, there's only one forever loop. So if you did that there, you'd be stuck in this loop and nothing else in the code would ever execute. So this wouldn't really work to translate this sort of idea over to like Arduino or another microcontroller, because it's like once it gets here, everything stops happening. And if you have like blinking lights or a moving servo,
right,
nothing gets controlled. But you could do that stuff over here. I think we've showed things where we kind of use one forever loop to like set a value, and then we have another forever loop that checks that value and does something based on it. So
yeah,
you could do the same sort of thing here. But yeah, we're just trying to kind of keep it somewhat simple and not have too much code that's too complex. And
yeah. So this one, when we press it down, it counts up, and it's just on the press it down, right? So the last guide we have is count release.
Count release.
So this one's really similar, but it's actually counting it when we release the button instead of when we press it down.
Correct.
So it looks the same until I do a little bit more of the holding.
And guess what? The only difference is we moved this. So before it would, so this is when you press down on that button, this happens and it goes right to here, and then it loops around waiting for you to release.
Right.
What we did is we just moved it down here instead of up there. So now what happens is you press that button and it sits there saying, okay, I'm waiting for you to release that button. As soon as you do, it gets past that while loop and then it calls it.
Yeah.
So you can do a press down and it's when you release that it's so.
Bam.
Pretty simple, right? It makes sense.
Yeah. But it's interesting because my brain doesn't quite work this way yet.
Okay, how does your brain work?
Well, just it seems so simple, but there are so many different ways that you have to add in different things to make it as simple as it seems.
Yeah, and I just kind of wanted to show that, like, just moving one line can change how it works. And if I accidentally put it here, what's going to happen then? It's just going to ignore this and this and then it's just going to keep counting up. I mean, unless you press the button, then it'll stop counting. So it's like that refrigerator thing where it's off until you open the door and then it's, So all depends on where you put it, where it gets called. Things affect other things.
Cool.
Etc.
Awesome. That is chapter 31 of a 7-segment display and push button.
Yeah, and I think we covered a lot of sort of the mechanics of the 7-segment display last week. So
good job.
Kind of wanted to cover.
You and Josh worked hard on that one. Mainly you.
Was Mike here? Was he not here? I can't remember.
I don't know. Mike, were you here with Josh last week?
Is he even here now? He may have.
I know. He already left us.
Searching for buttons or something.
Emojis.
Yeah, but that's the buttons. And it'll come in. I think the display. These two, the button and the display, work well together. But as we add in other things, you may find more uses for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited about that. Yeah. All right. So next week. So we've got one more week before we're going to take a couple weeks off for winter break. So we've got 3 full sessions next week. We are doing one of my favorite projects that I've found so far is the customizable LED wreath. I believe that's Tuesday.
Yeah, on the 16th. You got right? Yes. Yeah, next week.
And then Christmas hats, and we'll throw in the menorah one that we missed from this Tuesday.
Oh, yeah.
We'll throw that in next Wednesday as well. And then chapter 32 of MicroBit University is the 7-segment display and the potentiometer.
You got it.
Yeah.
I'm working on that right now. Any requests? I'm working on that one right
now. I feel like every request I would give you, you have already thought of.
I've only got like 1.5 done.
That's fair. So. That's about what I could think of. No, not even. Okay. Maybe a half.
Just same old thing. Same old thing. We'll do the same old thing.
Yeah.
That'll work.
Awesome. If you have not followed us on our social media platforms, please do so. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and YouTube. Also, all the guides, projects, and display and products can be found at browndoggadgets.com, as well as the link to sign up for our mailing list. And then if you have any questions, you can always email us at help@browndoggadgets.com.
Yeah.
We hope you'll join us next week. We'll see you then.
Okay.
Thanks for watching. Please visit browndoggadgets.com for parts, projects, and curriculum. Follow us on social media at browndoggadgets. We'll see you next time.